What's going on YouTube? GraveCinder here, and welcome back for episode number 13. Today we have actually a pretty small to-do list for the 13th episode. In my previous episode, I mentioned that I'm gonna build a solar power plant, so that is something that we're gonna be doing today over in the farming district, which could use some work, by the way, but I'll get into that a little bit later. The high density residential area, we are running out of room, so I am gonna go ahead and make a layout for that as well. I'm not sure if it's gonna be a time lapse or not. It's gonna be a pretty simple layout, nothing too fancy or nothing that's gonna take too long of time to do. And then the very last thing for this episode, if you remember over where our power plants are and the trash incinerators, I mentioned that I am gonna make a layout for that area. So that is also something that is going to happen in today's episode. I'm gonna stick to it, I'm gonna make it happen, and we'll go from there. So the very first thing, let's go ahead and take care of that solar power plant that I mentioned. So all the way over here, boom. Oh my goodness, we have another fire. Holy cow. Where are the disaster response units? This is bad. There's a couple of fire trucks coming around, but how about the helicopters? Let's see if we can find any coming this way. Although I was just here and I didn't see anything take off. I believe, yeah, this is the, I hear a helicopter. Where is he? There he is. But that appears to be a police helicopter. So I thought the helicopters had a much better or a wider range, and apparently they do not. I guess it's a good thing that I have two fire department stations working in this area over here. Well, in any case, hopefully this resolves itself. But what I was going to mention that here in this area, for now, I'll go ahead and place a solar power plant. Even though we don't need it, but the idea is to use the solar power plant for power production and get rid of a couple of these coal power plants as well as oil power plants. So let's see how much of a difference that made. So we're pretty close, but we did get rid of a huge expense, if you will, deleting 3 of those. So I think that should be okay for now. The only thing about solar power plants is if we get fog or rain or snow, anything preventing the sun to hit the solar panels, it's going to produce less power. So while it's a great idea, it doesn't work 100% of the time. So that's something to keep in mind if you're placing one of these in your city. The other thing that I was going to mention is regarding the layout over here. As you can see, it's pretty big. I'm thinking to shrink it down a little bit, and when I will do that is once we hit the milestone of 28,000. We're gonna unlock the ship, but with that, we're gonna unlock the harbor as well as the cargo harbor. So because we have room right here, I'm gonna move a lot of this area and possibly redesign the whole thing to make it more efficient, if you will, as far as traffic goes. I mean, this could be fixed with a little bit of work and money, but we do have this whole area over here to play with as well. And I'm thinking that a oh, what is it called again? Cargo harbor, I believe. Yeah, cargo harbor is going to be a great idea here. One, it's going to let all of the trucks, the farming trucks, drop off their supplies, load it up into a train, and take it out of the city. So that'll prevent a lot of traffic from going in and on the highway. The other nice thing is if we end up making a route, say from the cargo harbor, wherever it ends up being right here, anywhere to the city here, like I planned on doing, and I've been talking about it since the beginning of the series, really. But also making a line come over here, it'll get rid of a lot of traffic coming in and out of the city too. So then the traffic will mainly be coming out of the train, cargo train station itself. So that is the plan once we hit the desired population, if you will. For now, we do have some worker demand, if you will. So let's go ahead and give them a little bit more offices to work in. And why not, yeah. If it ends up being not well enough liked, we can go ahead and destroy it. But for now, so let's just go ahead and zone this area here. We can even put some on the side of the road there for the roundabout. And that right there. And I think that should be enough just for now. It'll kind of calm down the demand for workers, industrial, residential, whatever you want to call it, right? So solar power plant is gone. Let's go ahead and expand the high density layout. And for here, we have kind of sort of a grid going on right here. So I thought about maybe making something similar to it right over here on this side. Of course, keeping in mind that we do need to extend this highway over here down this way, and in the future connect it to the highway right here. This will also, this interchange right here, this three-way interchange will more than likely get edited or removed as well once we buy that tile, of course. So for now, let's just do something like this. Remember, we're leaving one tile in between to leave enough room for the walkway. So we are gonna want to end it right about there. And we can fit one more. Perfect. Alright, we will connect it with this road right here. Hopefully the highway will not mess with this connection. Right there, and we can even do something like that. What's really nice, if you didn't know this already, is if you're using two-lane roads, there's no lights. They only create stop signs. No lights, which means easier flow or better flow for traffic itself. Whereas if you take a look, so say right here, this 6-lane road, even if you have a 2-lane road attached to it, a two-way road for that say. You get traffic lights, which means everybody's got to stop. And we are having a small problem with that exact issue right here. So everybody and their mother wants to make a right turn into the street, looks like. And they are causing a traffic jam here in the roundabout. I do have a solution for this, and I will show you what that is at a later date, but for now I think it's manageable. Okay, moving on to this side right here. I will play around right here just really quickly to see what kind of parks we can fit on the main road. And the reason I'm doing this is because I don't want it to interfere with the highway at a later date when we end up extending it. Yeah, most of these are pretty big. That would almost fit, but not. So it looks like the playground might be the one that will actually work. So we'll go ahead and place that right there. It'll make some people happy, which is just an added bonus. But mainly what we're trying to accomplish here is transferring power to the new residential area. If this ends up being too boring later, since we're not zoning in there just yet, I will go ahead and adjust it. But for now, a simple layout I think works just fine. There we go. And now for the third thing that we're gonna do is make an area for the trash and power here as well. And I believe it might even be time, so close to the time, of adding an additional incinerator. So that's something to consider as well. And instead of buying this tile right now, right next to it, actually let me just show you which one I mean. So this one right here, what I will do is well, actually, I don't think that's going to work. I don't think we have enough room to make it look like something that that we're going to leave there for a long time. So actually, I may end up buying this tile right here and playing around with that. So let me do that real quick. I will go ahead and buy it, and I will be back in a little bit with a final decision. Alright guys, I'm back, and what do you think? I'm not sure if you noticed at what I was doing over here, but if you zoom in, there's a combination of one-way roads and two-way roads. What I did is something called a super block to manage traffic, and I believe this was first established in Barcelona because of all of the traffic issues and problems that they were having. In any case, I don't know the exact history about it, but essentially how it works is the outside square is a two-way road, and then the inside square is a two-way road. And then over here you've got a one-way heading in and heading out, or coming into the two-way, heading out this way, or incoming from this way. So if let's focus on the right inner road, the one way going in. So there's one going one way to start, two way, and then one way up, and then another one on the left side on the inner road coming coming in from the top into a two way, and then into a one way coming out right here. In addition to that, I'm sure you saw that I added just a tiny bit of industrial right here. And actually, since we're here, we can add right there as well, just so I can fill in the gaps so it doesn't look all blank, because we have absolutely nothing that can actually fit in there. So why not use the extra tiles for good, right? The other thing that I thought about placing here, now this, I'm not sure if it's necessary. It is. Yeah, there's absolutely zero fire coverage here. And of course it's not gonna fit there, but it will fit. Oh, no, what happened? It'll fit right there. So I thought that might be nice, just in the event that one of these catches on fire, we have coverage. The other thing that I did is I added a trash incinerator as well. As you can see, that one might not be powered up just yet, or it just hasn't brought back any trash or garbage to incinerate. So it's not, I think that means that it's not producing power just yet. Let me see if I put it in 3-speed what happens. Yeah, I mean the incineration status is more towards the right on green, so it is working. They just haven't brought any trash back with them yet.
Old music, old listeners.
Just for now, I will go ahead and connect this power line as well. And then the other thing that I did is I just added a little bit more trees, kind of like a hidden area for the trash incinerators as well as the power plants there themselves. And I think it looks nice. It's secluded, it's away from all the population. It's also away from our river now, so it's not going to pollute any of the water, which is always a good thing. But that's all, guys. I believe I have done everything in the episode that I said I would, so let's go over the checklist. So we have a solar power plant, we have built it right there. And then remember, guys, this is more than likely going to be completely redesigned in the future. I actually look forward to it. I like designing or redesigning stuff. I think there's always room for improvement, right? I mentioned a couple of episodes ago, in this game, if you have a little bit of time and you have a little bit of money, you can accomplish whatever you like. The other item on the to-do list was to expand the high density area, which we also have done. And then the new layout for trash and power. So I think we did pretty good. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, consider giving it a like, as well as subscribing if you haven't already done so. And we have come to have just a little bit over 100 subscribers right now, which I did not anticipate happening this quickly. I'm glad. I want to thank you for subscribing to my channel and being here. But this is truly an amazing experience. When I started uploading these series, it was just for fun. It's something that I like doing. I think I might be a little creative, right? And I thought maybe I would share my content, but I had no idea that it was gonna take off the way it did. So every single one of you guys that have subscribed, a huge thank you. I appreciate you watching my content, and as you know, I do take advice into consideration as well when you guys comment down below. So if you see anything that you'd like to, or actually if you have a comment or a suggestion for something that you'd like to see in the episode, let me know. Pertaining, of course, to the Let's Play series, but also if there's something that you need help with and you don't quite understand or don't know how to do it, let me know. If I can help, I definitely will. I don't mind. I always have my phone on me, even when I'm at work. So um, if you need help and I'm available and I can respond, I definitely will. But thanks again, guys. We'll see you for episode 14, and as always, have a good time.